How we doing? Everybody good? Oh, the few that are here, welcome. I know it's early in the day. It's kind of a weird time to see me streaming on here, but I wanted to start coming on and getting these production live streams going midday when I'm actually working on stuff. So just basically just turning on the camera and going live here in the studio when I'm doing the work, basically. So, let's see, I'm trying to, there we go. There we go, okay, good. Okay. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to be working on today is just a little kind of like a little eye catch animation sequence for some things, some content that I've got dropping next week. Well, also tomorrow we're probably going to work more on story stuff for the animation for the OVA that we're dropping in January, and the hope is to, I think that music's probably a little loud. Let me look real quick. About right there. Okay. So we're dropping, start dropping parts of the OVA in January, and I'm wrapping up some things as we speak. So there's a lot of different elements and pieces to what's going on with the Araura development, but the OVA is going to be ready at the end of March, but we're going to start releasing pieces of it in January. So today I'll be in the studio working on just some animation and some artwork, and you might see my son run in and out. He's home for Thanksgiving this week, so it'll be moving forward, these will be more streamlined and stuff, but I will have to jump in and out as we go today. So anyway, let's get to it. And again, I appreciate everybody who's here today. Until I get a better kind of setup for my digital art pad and stuff, I kind of use my iPad Pro right now, but I'm looking to save up to get like an actual display tablet, so I can work at the computer desk and I have to kind of kick back like this. But for now, this is kind of how I have to work. So this is how I've always kind of had to work, actually, not for now. I think I want to edit this a little bit. So let's see, my iPad screen. There. we'll just kind of go with that for right now. Hey, what's up, Ace? Yep, throw me on in the background while you're working. What up, Chris? How we doing? All right, let's roll. Did I lock that back down? I did. Okay. Let's see, we're working in the foreground right now. Okay. So this is how I compose my moving backgrounds, basically. All the background work that you see, it starts as like a regular painting does. This is a sketch. I have really had to teach myself how to properly paint backgrounds and whatnot. So I'll have a base. This is going to be the foreground. There's a foreground, middle ground, and background. And then I do clouds. So I got foreground, middle ground, background, and then the sky. That's how I like to do things and move them around. It sounds complicated, it's really not. I keep everything on separate PNG layers. I export them into After Effects and I make things move, and then I can adjust the lighting for the individual assets as I need to. So everybody keeps asking me like how I've been doing the backgrounds. Well, first I had to learn how to paint backgrounds properly, and then the rest was kind of not as complicated as it looks after that. But I structure my backgrounds on like a four-layer concept. Heavy movement in the foreground. And if I do any overlays like leaves blowing by, it's a 5-layer. I will put that over top of the foreground, of course. So I've got my base layer here. Then I'm going to add in some swaying grass and flowers effects and stuff. So maybe, let me see. Hang on a second. That's a full screen right there. So, well, you know what? I think you all need to be able to see a little more. So, you need to be able to see my timeline and my layers, how I structure those. So let me set this back up. So we'll do like this. I guess I'll just show a whole screen. There we go. I think that works. Just random fantasy tracks and stuff like that. I am rolling just like a fantasy YouTube playlist right now, so it's stuff that I like from independent. This is how I find a lot of the independent composers I want to work with. Whatever catches my ear and I think works well with Araura, the theme and stuff like that, I will look up who those artists are and I will reach out to work with them, or at least license some of their music to use in the show. So this is how I discover a lot of the composers I want to work with. The Araura soundtrack is made up of about 3 or 4 different composers that I really like their work. So a lot of their different tunes and stuff are what I use to compose the soundtrack for the show. Or I say compose, more like structure the soundtrack for the show. With a few original tunes made for the show sprinkled in there, of course. So we got our bass. We need to go. Grass sway. Pass it on that pace. Then we just start filling in, start animating the grass. I got my onion skinner on. And to add realism to the animation, like a lot of times, like this clump I've got here, like right here, that could be several blades of grass. So to animate it starting to separate and stuff is pretty important. Like, even if people don't pinpoint those things when you're, when they're watching it live, I think the brain kind of processes that. So it's still important to add that stuff in there. I like to do that with like grass, foliage, and hair and stuff like that when I'm animating, especially hair. Yeah, so we kind of have the world already kind of starting to come alive a little bit here. Now I am animating. I do animate my backgrounds on 2s. A lot of my character stuff I animate on 3s. So it's going to be a 5-step animation, so I want to make sure that some of these pieces are kind of starting to come back into their original position, because we'll start the movement back here in just a moment. Plus, you don't want everything going in the same direction, so you want some of the things that I find it looks best if some of it is a little out of order, some of it a little erratic, because that's how nature is. It's erratic. Everything doesn't move in the same pattern all the time, so you want some things kind of going like a little small gust of wind catches something and blows it that way. That happens in nature. When I did the original like rough cut of that pilot, like I did a lot of studying in the months after that original footage I made, and just kind of really studied how things really move in nature and stuff like that. And like I found that a lot of the stuff I had to go back and correct kind of what I was doing and how I was doing it. Now we got some real movement happening here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move out here quite a ways and bring out, put number 1 back so that I've got a marker so that the orange here shows me exactly where I need to be taking things back to. And these are just rough sketches for now, then we'll tighten them up, of course, in our tie-down pass. Okay. Then one more to bring it kind of back. Then we'll give it a little test. And also, this is only going to be on screen for about 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds, so I don't really have to go nuts with it. Show that movement, show that world being alive. That's pretty much just the goal here. So I'll do one more. I'm going to make this actually a 6-step. So I really just want to tie it all kind of back in. I like to get a little messy with grass and foliage. I like to kind of give it like a bit of chaos to it, because it kind of, to me, that is that like 90s 2000s Madhouse style of animation, like anime, like Madhouse, when they would produce, like their backgrounds kind of had like a real like controlled chaos to them, especially nature, not so much cityscapes and stuff, but nature. I love the way that looked. There. Now I'm going to delete this one here. Delete that. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. So I'm going to increase this timeline. I'm going to pull this out to 72. You know what? Now I'm going to pull this out to 96. I'm going to make this a 4-second loop, so I'll give myself some scissor room. Great. So now, I'm just going to pull this timeline up just a minute so I can edit some timeline information here. I am going to copy these 6 cells. Okay, so I get an idea for the move book. This should work out to even. Oh. With the wrong function. So, perfect. We're looking good. So now, Sim's doing all that again. Wait, what would... So I need... Okay. That's what I need. Just grab all these. Copy all those frames. And this should give me the full allotment that I need. Paste. I can't math today. I can't do math today. Let's see here. Math is important when you're trying to multiply the value of your cells that you've established that you want to put into a piece. There. There. Now. Alright, so these 6 frames, they will just repeat over and over. So there we go. I might even consider slowing that down now that I see it like this. Like, I think it's too erratic. It's moving too fast. So I need to slow it down. So here's what we're going to do. It's important that I saw that. So what I'm going to do... Okay, so I'm going to great. Okay, it's going to create a little more work for myself, but that's just kind of the nature of the beast sometimes. It'll look better. Put these on 4s. Yeah, that's what I need. So, and now I'm going to come in here and add some in-betweens. Go new cell. Alright, perfect. Perfectamundo. This will help me slow it down. Ooh, I really like this piece. Who is this? Bonnie Grace. Okay. Put that on the playlist. Okay. Got it. Hey, bud. Bye. My son was walking by. Oh yeah, it slows it down nicely. Alright, well, let's push through this grass now. Let's cut this grass. I feel like I'm running down the road right now. What up, Zach? Hey, yeah, we missed you too on Saturday, Zach. I think I audibly noted your absence at the end of the day. Well, I thought about it after the stream. I was like, I didn't see Zach in there tonight. I hope he's okay. I hope you had a great weekend, brother. Oh yeah, look at that flow. Oh yeah, baby. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm going for. There it is. Too out of hand with that one. There we go. Bring it back in just a little bit. I added this little blade right here because I wanted to add a little weight to the brush, and I'm thinking about doing something a little silly with this scene here in a minute, so I'm gonna wait and see what the flow looks like. I'm thinking about adding like a large bit of foliage right here that kind of just moves off screen, like parallaxes quickly off screen. Just add some more life to the movement. So, I know, a sixth layer. Like, I know. This is what kind of gets me in trouble a little bit sometimes with like my deadlines and things, but it's because I'm always trying to add more and add more and add more depth and add more life and lush. But there comes a point where you have to cut that off. You're like, the thing has to come out. One more. Oh, we need to pull one back up here, don't we? Yes, we do. There we go. Perfect. On 7. Okay, I'm on 7. I'm going to rename 7 6A just so we know. That it is technically an in-between between 6 and 1. I want that to be a little more clumped up right there. Okay. Ooh, I instantly like this piece. Oh, I've got it. Never mind. I've got it. This is in the Araura OVA, this piece is. Thanks, Zach. Hey, Bartolos, what's up? It's crazy the amount of work and time consuming this thing needs. We're all looking forward to new Araura content. Keep up with the great... Hey, thank you, Bartolos. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is very time consuming, but so rewarding. The hope is that at the end of the day, this becomes profitable enough where I can pay animators and artists and stuff to do all this stuff, and then I can just focus on creating and writing, and then hire artists and animators to bring my vision to life. That's the hope. That's where I'm wanting to get. At the end of the day, is do this thing to where I can give other artists and animators like at least a small wage to work on this stuff. Give them another revenue stream for what they're doing. There we go. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So now we've got a full 24 frames. That's a full second of grass animation right there, just on the roughs. So that. And we'll face that. So let's see. Let me expand this out there. Okay. And expand you out there. Okay. Alright, let's see how that flow works. You know what? I like it because what I can do then is this is still moving a little faster than I want, but when I bring this into After Effects, I'll be able to slow it down by about 10%, and it'll be exactly where I want it. So we're good. We're good right here. Alright, so now the beautiful part of this is now that I've done this, so I'm going to rename this grass rough, done, and I'm going to put another timeline in here and call this grass clean, and we'll drop the opacity on grass rough. We'll get rid of sketch for now, then we'll come in here and start hammering out our grass. So I think I'm going to go with 1.5 point on this. Get my curved line tool. We'll drop the opacity just a little bit more so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Perfecto mundo. in. There, much cleaner. Glad everybody's enjoying the soundtrack. And yes, for those of you wanting to know about the anime, like, I've got my anti-aliasing off, so because when you're dropping color into these, it needs to be able to grab every pixel up to the pixel, because when you export these and take them into your animation, those little white spots will pop through. That was one of the hard lessons I really had to learn when I was starting this whole process. I need to expand that out a bit. There we go. I don't need the blue line or the onion skinning for the mere fact that I'm just tracing over what I've already animated. So, and then I make corrections if I feel like I need to. We'll turn off here though, because I feel like, yeah, we need to make that match up a little bit more. Ooh. Gotta let your eyes rest every now and then too. Where are my glasses? I've got some glasses here I usually have on. We'll need to find those. Alright, much better. Around. Yeah, there we go. Hang on. Perfect. I just had this idea. I was like, I've got this little stand right here. I've got the chat open on my phone so I can read the chat. I don't have to squint and look over my computer screen. Cool. So now I can look over and read what you're all chatting to. Oh, there are those little blue lines I can now see with my glasses on. Oh, look at all those popping little pixels there I can see now. Starting to kind of get into my flow state a little bit here. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, there we go. There it is. So a few more left to do. What's up, bud? Yeah, sure. Whoa, who's that? Oh, that's cool. Hey, check it out, everybody. Connor just brought me some art. Pull it back up. This is an original Transformers character that he created. It's the Traunaronians. They're a different faction. They're not Autobot or Decepticon. They fight the Unicronians, right, Connor? That's cool. Yeah. Whoa! What is this? He's being sucked up into a black hole. Look at this. This kid's got a better imagination than me. We're kind of having our own art time. Daddy's working on animation. You're working on the Connor Formers, right? All right, high five. Making hoagies. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you gonna keep doing work on it? Yeah. All right, cool. Keep it up.
I'll always do some other stuff.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, and also we figured out how to make new canvases.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You figured out how to make like a new layer and everything?
Well, I know how to make new layers. But I figured out how to make a new canvas.
Oh yeah, we worked on layers, I think. But Canvas, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't work in Procreate too much. I work in Clip Studio, but Procreate's awesome. I'm glad we got it on your iPad.
Yeah.
Awesome. That kid is so awesome. He's got a killer imagination, and he's starting to really get like a real love for making artwork, because he wants to create his own Transformers. I think that's actually how it started with me when I was a kid, like drawing Transformers and stuff like that. My goal is to start this animation studio and get things moving in the right direction, and then letting him do his own thing with it when he gets older. When I'm older and I've lost touch with the youth and what's popular and all that kind of stuff, I don't think that's going to be for a while. Like, okay, so 4 more cells, and then break time. Love that stuff.
Maybe comes in. I think she wants to.
In here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she can come in. She comes in and out. Yeah, she might be hungry. I might take a break to feed her here in a few minutes. Do the customary share around of the link real quick. Okay, back to it. What's up? Sure. Oh, what is that? Oh, all 51 dimensions. Wow, Connor's like, now he's like creating like different dimensions. He's got 51 different dimensions in his story. And like they all come from different dimensions, right? Merged into one place. It's pretty wild. Oh. We'll start with what you know, right?
Yeah.
And then branch out into things you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Oh yeah, I do know a planet called Mega Earth.
Mega Earth?
Yeah, I've watched on King's YouTube. There's a planet with this.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going.
Are you going to tell me about Mega Earth later sometime?
Yeah.
Well, then I want to know. His imagination is crazy. Ruby, did you shut the door? My cat just walked out of the studio and just shut the door behind her. Hey, come here. What's up? You hungry? Hungry? Alright. I'm gonna take a quick break, everybody, and I'll be right back. We'll feed the cat. She's hungry. BRB. Alright, we're back. We back in it. Alright. So, this is nice. This is what I do every day. Like, I just come in here and I work on animation, I work on illustration, artwork, stuff like that here in the studio. So it's, you know, I think every day I'm just going to come on here as I'm working and just throw on the live stream, let y'all come here and just hang out, say hi, all that kind of good stuff. I find that some of these in-betweens aren't as clean as I wanted from the sketch, so I'm trying to go in and kind of correct it on the fly as I'm putting down the cleans. When it comes to like background and elemental stuff, like, look at that, that's much better. When it comes to background and elemental stuff like nature-y type things, I tend to use my rough sketch as kind of a guide. Like I can be creative with the final cleans and stuff as I want, because it's not like it's like an on-model character animation or something like that. It has to be like consistently on-model. I can be a little more loose with backgrounds and stuff like that. So, but oddly, for some reason, I find backgrounds at the same time more challenging than character. Like the character animation stuff, I can whip through that. But painting a background is so much harder, because I think my strength as an artist was always more in character design. So the human form of character design and how things flow and move, and clothing and hair and the body itself, it was always much easier for me than just painting a background. And I wasn't like a classically trained painter. I learned classical painting and stuff like that, but it was never my forte, if you will. It was always more like, you know, just drawing people and sketches of people and characters and sitting in a park or sitting somewhere and just watching people and just drawing them as I saw them, you know. The background painting stuff took a lot for me to learn, and I'm still learning a lot. But my background painting for animation from 3 to 4 years ago to now, light years beyond where it was, because I put the time in, you know, I put the hours and the days and the weeks into knowing that I had to figure out how to paint backgrounds the way I wanted them to look. Like that Madhouse, Studio Bones, production IG, like late 90s, early 2000s vibe, you know. Like I wanted my backgrounds to look like that. And I've kind of gotten it close to that point now. Still a long ways to go, but we're getting there. Oh. Might want to put the animation screen on, huh? That's one of the things I'm trying to be better about. Like, when I come back from breaks, I'm talking to people, especially on my gaming streams and stuff. Sometimes I'll keep it on that screen and I think about it. I'm trying to be better about making sure I switch that back over so you can actually see the content that I'm working on. Derp. Alright, we're almost done with the grass. One more frame. One more frame. That instance there is kind of what I'm talking about, like making the sketch more of a guideline, because the sketch there was too thick for that blade of grass that I just drew in there. So, you know, you gotta pay attention to that sometimes. Alright, so here we go. So I'm going to do this. I'll turn off the old sketch layer. We'll turn off onion skinning. We'll turn background back on. Okay, hang on a second. So hang on a second. Let me go in here. Okay. Paste. Copy those layers one more time. Alright, now let's check it. Let's check our work. I think it's solid, except for this frame right here. Well, this has to change. So let's see, just like a spot. So I think it's this frame right here. Yep, it's this frame right here. We asked with some things up here. So I'm going to erase this. Let's try that. Okay, so starting at 10, we need to start working our way back down. So I'm going to erase this much. I'm going to erase this much. Then I'm going to erase this much right here. Then we're going to start working our way back. One. Clean that up. See how that looks. All right, that actually looks better. That actually looks better. Sweet. So now for grass rough, I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to go foreground base. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. Okay. So now I'm gonna come in here. Add sketch again. Now we've got this base for foreground. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hide the grass there. We're gonna come in here. I'm just gonna like paint over this. So this is going to be one layer. Get a sketch in. There's nowhere for you to plug your iPad in.
I found a spot.
Oh, you're gonna go right there?
What?
You're gonna go right there? Alright, well it might get uncomfortable for you before there. Okay, alright. Well, maybe if I do anything to make you stay more comfortable. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is going to be putting the background together. We're going to start painting. So I'll show you how I do these items here. So okay. So one thing that needs to happen now is I need to come back up here to the grass clean layers. Tone down foreground base. Then let me grab number 1 here. We're going to fill these with color. But before we do that, we got to make sure they're closed off. Bit. And I'll do that little divot right there because I don't want there to be any like weird jaggies caught in there. That'll create white pixels when you're exporting your animation, and you do not want that. Because 3 white pixels can mean an extra 10 minutes if you don't catch it until the render phase. Can mean an extra 10 minutes off production time. You do that 4 times, that's an hour. That's a lot. And I know because I have learned that lesson the hard way. Hello.
You just see how big the lost of Cybertron is?
Yeah, sure. Whoa, that's crazy.
And here's Cybertron for computer.
You got a different layer for Cybertron there?
Cybertron.
Yeah. Whoa, it's like 3 times bigger. That's crazy. I think you told me before you said it was like 300% bigger than Cybertron. You goof. Oh, what's up, Cool Code? Yeah, it is the same concept for animated backgrounds, or gaming backgrounds, animations. So it's all the same thing. I think gaming, like old school, like JRPG backgrounds for old video games, I think we're done at just a much lower frame rate. Yes.
In high school, like, unicorn, like, fonts, like, I was, like, at the beginning of my show, Galvatron gives unicorn, like a big charge, then he turns into shadow.
Oh, what?
Shadow.
Oh, that's crazy. Like all the red right there? That's crazy. That's scary. That's terrifying. Came up with that? Whoa. Yeah, maybe that's his aura underneath it. Big scary purple aura. Ooh, it's terrifying. Connor, do you want to see the grass that I've animated? We'll watch it. Does that look good? Oh, well, thank you. I guess we're done with that part. So if you think it looks good, then we're good, right? Yep. Well, this is so I can see my chat when people are talking to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this live?
This is live. That's the camera right there.
Oh.
Yeah. So you can see yourself live on the computer right there. This is slightly delayed, but I'm just keeping this here so I can read the chat
So
well.
people see me?
Yep.
Oh.
I heard you tooting a second ago, too.
I know. Like they heard me do that?
Wait, they heard me do that? Alright, so the next item up for bid is we gotta get this filled. So we're gonna just go here. We're just gonna fill it. Come around, fill. And we're just gonna repeat this process. Yep.
Remember the guy like going into the black hole?
Yep.
What? No, this is bad.
Oh, that's wild. Black holes are pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we'll go into foreground base. We're going to get rid of the sketch. We will increase that. Let's do kind of the same thing here. And you kind of see where we're going now. I'm not too worried about this little section over here to the left that keeps dropping off, because this foreground is going to get expanded so we can parallax it. So now, with foreground done, I'm going to add a layer above foreground. There's just color overlay. This gives me more control when I'm changing colors and exporting stuff. So, and I'm going to make this a clipping mask. So then when I find the proper tone of the color for the grass that I want and drop it in here, it's just that. So now I can play around with, there we go, kind of like that. There. And if we add in the sketch, you kind of see where we're starting to go. So starting to work in some details a little bit here and there, little by little. You got ready for some lunch? Got ready for some lunch? In a few? Yeah, I think it's about lunchtime.
I close the door?
No, we need to keep that door open because it gets a little stuffy in here. Why do you want to close the door? Why do you want to close the door?
I don't know.
It's fine to be open. Well, plus the cats need to come in and out as they want to as well. Alright, so middle ground, foreground, background, sky. I'm also going to put one above this called debris. There. I'm going to turn aliasing back on just a little bit as I start to paint in the sky as background. Okay. This will affect my color palette fully moving forward, so that's why I want to go ahead and get like a real wide breadth of what's going on with the colors in the sky. I want to change my brush too, so there we go. We'll go to middle ground and go ahead and set up. So set up face colors with background as well. Did I delete? Did I delete my sketch? I think I did. I did. I sure did. Alright. There we go. Okay. Alright, crisis averted. Crisis averted. So let's go to our background. So I'm going to grab a new shade for the brush here. Actually, let's just go with the regular cheapo. Yeah, bud. Always. Ooh, what's that?
Like in my store, like Nemesis Giant, like not a titan, but like a giant.
Oh.
And he's like a little, like maybe like 10 feet wider and bigger, wider and taller than Ultra is.
Really? That's huge. Wow, okay. So, like, how did he get so big? Is that just how he is?
That's just happened.
Oh, gotcha. What kind of problems is he going to be causing?
He's like the second in command of the Unicron.
Unicron is. Okay.
He like travels through space, and he can combine a shadow unicorn and they can eat the universe if they get pulled together.
What's his goal?
But like for his leader Megatron, well, his goal is to like eat every universe and force and when Megatron defeats Shauna, Megatron's gonna have to force him to like make new universes, and the dimensions will be Megatronuses.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That all sounds like terrible, but well thought out.
Yeah.
Like, he sounds like a horrible, horrible guy.
Yeah.
But that's going to make the hero even better, right?
Yeah, look at these eyes. Oh yeah, and these are the only parts that aren't. And these are the only parts that of him that aren't black. The rest of his parts are literally just black.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he transforms into a mini ship.
A mini ship?
Yeah. That's how big he is.
Oh.
He transforms into a
Wow,
mini
so he can turn into a mode of transportation for everybody.
ship. Yeah.
That's wild. What do you think that's going to be?
Like maybe like a castle or a mountain.
Is a castle.
That looks like he did a really good job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I keep forgetting that people can see
It's not our usual day in the studio, is it? Well, from now on, Daddy's going to be live streaming like this when I'm working on Aurora every day in the studio.
Oh.
Yeah, so people can see us working on Aurora.
Did you tell everyone that?
Yeah, they know.
Oh.
They've been talking to them live about it for a little while.
I can't see Alexa's outlinings of it.
Yeah, that's the sketch I made, so I know exactly what's happening. I got a little castle town here that we're building. So, yeah, and watch this. Oh, everything's on, everything's on. Let's see. It's like the wind's blowing, right? What do you think about that?
Can you catch me up on the story a little bit?
For Aurora?
Yeah.
How about I do it during lunch?
Okay.
Alright. So we're going to take a break. We're going to take a lunch break. And we will be back. Oh, why does my iPad say 9:41 a.m.? I don't understand that. Anyway, it is definitely not 9:41 a.m. Alright. We're going to take a little break. And we will be back shortly. So,
Yeah.
tune in. Stay tuned in. And we will be back after a little lunch break.
Yeah, this is the accurate time.
Yes. Thank you. My lab assistant. Come over here. Connor wanted to say hi and bye to everyone.
Hi. Bye.
Is that what we're working on? That poster on the wall right there?
Oh, yeah.
What's that called?
What?
Yeah, Aurora. Alright. Alright, well, we'll be back here in just a little bit after we get some lunch.
And I'm going to keep making the 51 dimensions.
The 51 dimensions. Got it. Alright, cool.
After I get my tummy full.
After you get your tummy full. Okay, we'll be back. Alright, we are back. Back in it. Appreciate everybody that has tuned in today for this first of forever until I'm not streaming anymore. Live stream. Araura production live streams. Monday through Wednesday, daily live streams. And I would love to do it every day. We'll see. There's plenty to work on, but it's literally just me turning on the camera and just working on what I work on every day live here with you all. So I'm stoked about doing more stuff like this. Just getting into doing like more content and more animation stuff, of course. Let's see. Saving that. Okay. In progress. Yes. I have a folder called In Progress where I put my illustrations, animation clips, and things like that. So I'll do more work on this later. I want to move on to some other stuff. So let's see. That one right there, that remaster. Bandit 1. Yes, I want to overwrite that. Okay. File, new. Okay. We're going to start a brand new animation sequence. We are working on a new sequence for Anea. See if I can get this kind of off to the side out of my way so I can still talk. So I'm going to be working on some new stuff with Anea's character. I'm working on a clip that will be included in the opening credits reel for the show. Right now, currently, the plan is to get the OVA finished and done, and we're going to start releasing it in 10 to 15 minute segments. If it's 10-minute segments, it'll be 6 releases. If it's 15-minute segments, it'll be 4 releases. So 4 15-minute episodes, essentially. Or 3 20-minute episodes. I haven't really decided on the format yet. All I know is that in January I will start releasing the first part, whatever that winds up being. But the full OVA will be available at the end of March. So, pretty stoked about it. Ready to get it out there and have people watch it and enjoy it, and really get this world pumping. So, thanks, Ace. I appreciate that. Alright, so let's just get right into it. I'm going to switch over. And while it's showing that, yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it was still frozen on my older setup. I've started a new canvas. Okay. Cool. So I am going to wait. All right. So we got base. We're also going to have eyes, and we're going to have hair. So let's get back to work. This is kind of the power of Clip Studio for me. I really love the way you can just kind of like put a bunch of timelines into one folder and kind of like group things in a certain way, so when you export your PNG sequences, it's all just like one real fluid thing. Or you can export it as separate sequences for full lighting control and stuff. It really just makes my life easier as an animator. Like, you could export and work with stuff as you wish. Okay. Oh. Got my layers out of order a little bit here, so I'm just taking a second to make sure we're good on everything. Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, bud.
I can't do my. Then I can hide. Movies here.
Okay. What up, Jesse? Hey, I appreciate that, Jesse. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're putting in the work today. Putting in the work every day, but I'm just gonna be streaming that work every single day from now on. So, just so I can interact with you all and, you know, get work done at the same time. But this is what I'm doing every day.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, bud.
You get to see Mega Earth.
Oh wow, that's cool. Are those like continents and it's all water?
No, it's made up of rock. You want to show them?
Well, I don't really have the big screen on yet. Maybe I'll turn the big screen on in a little while. Yeah, well, here, I'll show it real quick. Connor painted Mega Earth for his Transformers story, so he's very proud of it. Looks cool, looks massive, right? He's got a proud smile on his face right now.
16 drawings today.
Wow, you've been hustling, haven't you?
I'm working on my 17th drawing.
Oh my gosh. He said he's worked on 16 drawings today and he's working on his 17th right now. The boy is grinding over here.
What did they say?
I said this boy is grinding over here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and make clean. Make a tie down layer. Make my clean pass. Oh, lean pass. Yeah, that's a new term. There we go. My clean pass. So when I start duplicating these layers, new cell. Oop. In the wrong place. There we go. That's the thing with working on this little screen. Is like I don't have enough range. I need to get a bigger screen so I've got more range. I can have a bigger timeline open so I can not have these little tripping over my feet mistakes here. Hey Connor,
What?
Jesse here in my chat said he respects your hustle and to keep grinding. He gave me a cute little kid smile. Thank you, Jesse. See, right there?
Thanks. Iris?
Right there, that little. See? He said thanks. Yeah, Connor's keeping me company in the studio this week as he's out for Thanksgiving break. So, yeah. And now she's bald again. Alright. So this is a point when you're working on hair and clothing and stuff, I would much rather work on like action sequences, because like you don't have to be as precise with how the hair and clothing and things are moving around. People, I think they kind of joke that like, well, Ray, he makes really great windy sequences. For me, those are harder. Like I'm kind of showing those off when I show them, because those are harder for me to do than the actual like action movements and stuff like that, which I do show a lot of that stuff off too that I work on. But yeah, this stuff is way harder for me because it's like it has to be so precise. What are you doing, Connor?
I also made a new conch.
Alright, well I have to kind of keep working right now, but you keep working on that too, okay? And grab me a quick drink. I'll be right back.
I'm sure he'll be right back. I'm going to see what he's doing. And I'll be right back. I didn't tell him that.
Okay.
I just told him.
I didn't hear what you said. I just heard you talking to the stream.
Well, I like to talk to them too.
Well, no, it's fine. I'm not saying it's not. I just thought it was funny. I heard you just kind of parroting what I said.
I told him that. I told him that I'm sure that he'll be back soon, and that I'm going to see what he's doing. But you all came back.
You were gonna see what?
That what he was doing and.
Oh, you're gonna see what I was doing. Oh, just grabbing a drink real quick. What a goof. All right. He is. He's like, get in here and get on it, get to work. And I'm like, yes, sir. That's the real boss right there. This is the real boss over here. You making sure I stay on my task? You making sure I get to work? Yeah. While he sits back and plays games and watches Transformers and listens to cool music all day, I have to be in here working for the boss man. And the boss lady, she's at work right now, but okay. So does that make sense? Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. I have to run it back a few times to make sure it just kind of makes sense. And yes, this sequence is kind of influenced by Drew Barrymore's Firestarter. I always loved the cover of that VHS box when I was a kid with her in front of the flames with just the fire or whatever. So I always thought that was a really cool cover. So this sequence is kind of inspired by that shot. I always just thought she looked really powerful there, you know. Fire, hair blowing, everything always looks very powerful. A lot of 90s anime really borrowed that sequence as well too. I think Inuyasha actually borrowed that a couple of times in some of their sequences. If I'm recall, it's either Inuyasha, maybe it was Fushigi Yugi. I get those mixed up sometimes. As far as like some of the magical girl shots, you know. Yeah, bud.
I made an energon carrier ship.
Energon what?
An energon carrier ship.
Carrier ship?
Yeah.
See. Oh, that's cool. You want to show the chat? Okay. Connor has made an energon carrier ship he wanted to show everyone here real quick. So, there we go. There you are. Put it in front of that. You gotta bring it here. Yep. Pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. Good job. You're cranking out the artwork today. You're gonna have more. You're gonna have more artwork done than me today. Oh yeah, this is looking right. This is looking how it needs to look. I've got the old version of this shot. There are versions of some of these shots that I've been looking to clean up for a number of years. Her eyes are doing this weird squishy thing that I made that shot way before I kind of knew what I was doing in a way. So it's nice to be able to work on like kind of re-editing some of these older shots. Yeah.
This one that I just finished is probably one of the coolest ones that I've done.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's a giant space titan.
Oh, that's cool. Space Titan.
Yeah.
Have you given it a name yet?
No. And this is just its eye.
Oh wow. You gonna show everyone? Okay, make sure you put it right in front of the camera like you did last time, okay?
Okay.
Whoa, it's the eye of a space titan.
Yeah.
There's no telling how big he could be, right? He could be like forever big.
Yeah.
What if there were really like things out there in space that were just like forever big?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Make for some good stories, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Think I need to write a sci-fi adventure with you after I'm done making Aurora? Think we need to do a sci-fi adventure together?
Well,
That's Transformers.
I'm making up like Chana's story it's like they're like going on they're like going through all 51 dimensions to try to stop Megatronus, but they also go to different planets, including Earth. There's a lot that I just said.
Did you get all that out?
Yeah.
Okay, you got everything out you wanted to get out?
Yeah, I got everything out.
Okay, alright, cool.
Oh yeah, and there's going to be 10 seasons and 10 episodes in this season, and there's going to be 5 movies split in it.
Oh my goodness, he's got the whole plan here. Yeah. He's got everything planned out.
Every 10 seasons, I'm going to make a movie.
Wow. You gotta get to work, right?
Yeah. I mean, every 5, like, I don't know. Okay, every 5 seasons, I'm going to make one. In fact, I'm thinking about making, like, maybe 100. I'm thinking of making, like, maybe 150 seasons and, like...
150 seasons?
Yeah.
What?
And 12 episodes in those seasons.
Man.
And I'm going to split the movie into like every 5 seasons.
Yowza.
Yeah, I know.
This is the first I've heard of 150 seasons.
Yeah, I just made it up.
I've been spending 5 years on 1 hour of Aurora.
What?
Better hope they get that cloning technology perfected so we can get all those seasons done, right?
thing in here.
Oh, yeah. She's good for sleeping. She's good for that.
I don't know if you guys know about Ruby, but she's our cat. We also have Phoebe.
Yeah, they know about the gaming streamers know about Ruby.
Well, they probably don't know about Phoebe.
Nah, I don't think they know about Phoebe.
Yeah, she's our other cat that's super, like, energetic and sometimes like to sleep and younger.
Yeah, and younger.
And black and with green eyes.
Did Mommy rescue Phoebe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was 5, my mommy rescued Phoebe from the backyard. And then we adopted her.
Yeah.
And then Ruby started to attack Phoebe, and Phoebe started to attack Ruby. Phoebe was attacking Ruby to the snake.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. I just want to talk to them.
Well, that's okay. You know, a lot of people just kind of have us on in the background while they're working during the day. Some people interact and some people don't.
I like to interact, though.
Yeah, I know. But I also need to work.
Okay.
All right? And you got to get more work done.
It isn't work, it's fun.
It is fun. Well, that's a good way to look at it, right?
Yeah.
But I'm having fun too. It doesn't really feel like work.
It's fun.
Yeah. I feel the same way. How much do I work on Aurora? Connor.
Oh.
How much do I work on Aurora?
A lot. More than I can count. Like, a quadrillion % a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in here all the time, huh?
Yeah. And he also works at Longhorn.
Yeah. We don't want to really tell people where I work, but yeah. That's okay. Well, this is looking pretty good. It's like looking exactly how I want it to look. I have to do an in-between right there for sure. Right there. But anyway, it is 3 o'clock. We plan to run from 11 to 3, so I'm going to cut it right there. So thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all for tuning in and watching as I work on stuff and as Connor perfects his Transformers story. Thank you all for being here for that. And I will be back later on tonight with the gaming stream, and I might jump on and do some Aurora after that. So anyway, thank you all very much. Have a great day. Be safe. Be good to each other. Keep rocking. And thank you for believing in Aurora. And we will catch you all in the next live stream. See you later.